safe room.
The question that Oklahoma family and school district are battling over right now.
We are now getting a look at that room and hearing from Ponca City Superintendent. News 4's Kaylee Olivas joins us now with more on this. Kaylee.
Well, Jolene, Kevin, the Ponca City School District promised us a photo of the so-called recovery room. We never got it. Instead, the mother of that 4-year-old sent us a video. It shows a padded room with its own ventilation system and a tiny window. And it turns out it's allowed by the State Department of Education.
I have a problem with y'all shoving my son in a closet that is smaller than a jail cell.
A Ponca City Public Schools mom, clearly frustrated. Where she stands is called a safe room.
There's no light switches or anything that they can fill off the walls or hurt themselves with.
That room is compliant under State Department of Education rules. The Ponca City School District telling News 4, quote, "The purpose of this practice for our 4-year-olds is to provide a safe space for students to become calm. The room, not a closet, is used for safety matters only, not punishment or discipline."
I'm really baffled that they think that it is okay.
In this video, the district superintendent says it's designed for kids who kick, bite, and spit. But Erica Berger says her son's teacher didn't mention any violent behavior.
The reason he was put in that closet is because he was jumping off of her stage, that he was disrupting class.
The school district has declined to go on camera, but you can hear the superintendent explain himself here.
I have to make sure the students and the staff in those
And
classrooms.
the students are, he's not going to hurt any student. And the way that, no, we don't, ma'am. That is not a safe room.
Okay, well, we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Yeah,
we have
right.
an obligation to keep our students safe.
Per Oklahoma State Department of Education rules, it can only be used if a student poses an imminent threat. However, how long a child stays in that room is up to the discretion of the school. The district saying, quote, "There is no set specific time in the recovery room as no two students are alike."
I am looking for an attorney. This is absurd. And yes, I'm coming for everything. I'm coming for everything for my child and for everybody else's child as well.
Now, there was some legislation heard in the Capitol back in 2016 and 2017 on banning seclusion rooms, but both those bills failed to progress. Since then, another bill as such has not been presented.
At my high school, it felt more to me like a jail cell, a penitentiary.
We have a responsibility, first and foremost, to keep people safe in the institution. Well, we have a problem doing that. I'll be the first to admit we have a very inhumane jail. Not because of the people who work here, but it's the physical plant of the facilities that are inhumane. So, here's an example. Here's the concrete slab bed I talked about, the aluminum toilet, and the lights are on 24 hours a day. So, again, if you come in a wheelchair, this is where you're coming. Somebody comes in manic with a mental health condition. They're off their medications. Happens every night. They get arrested, brought to jail because they're off their medication regimen and they're suffering from mental illness. Where do they go? They go to a 6x8 concrete slab cell while we medicate them and try to get them back on their regimen. And what's their crime? Their crime is being mentally ill. That's why they're in solitary confinement. Now, do you think that's therapeutic? It's not. Matter of fact, it exacerbates the conditions that they're having. So you ask, why do we need a new jail? I don't need a new jail. I need a jail that's humane and provides me the opportunity to just provide the basic human needs to an individual in our jail because we can't provide it today. I don't lose sleep over our people doing their job. I don't lose sleep over fear that deputies are inappropriately arresting people of color. I don't lose sleep over the fact that I think our people might use excessive force. We're a values-driven organization. I lose sleep over the physical plant that I'm charged with keeping people safe in. Now, do we need a new jail? We need a jail that provides safe housing for people who come to jail in a wheelchair.